Hello, this is Michelle from Butterfly Survivors Tribe. Hello everybody, this is part 2 to the video I just did. Dropped a card there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to share the 3 cards that I pulled. One of them from Cat's Eye Tarot, and the other is from Healing Grief, Healing and Understanding Grief, which I think has a lot to do with when you're healing from childhood sexual abuse, because there's loss, there's pain, there's trauma, and there's definitely grief. And grief is a healthy way to have compassion for yourself. I think, like I said, crying is definitely healing. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean, that it's bad. It doesn't mean that you're in your victimhood or whatever. You have to cry. You have to get it out. You have to show compassion for yourself. You have to, show yourself love. And that's how I did it. And when I cried a whole lot, I healed a lot. So anyway, the first card that I pulled is from Healing and Understanding Grief Oracle. So Healing Grief is, it says your response to loss. So here's the card. So I'm going to read that little message. It happened the way it happened for a reason. Beyond knowing, as difficult as it may be, try to make peace with the uncertainty. And that's kind of a tough one, because sometimes lots of things in life are uncertain. Sometimes we don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. But having faith and knowing that you're going to be okay either way, and you face your challenges and you do your best that you can for that day, for that moment. And you don't have to do it alone. You can get support. I used to hate asking for help, but sometimes it's really necessary. And it feels good to do the things you can do by yourself on your own. But knowing when you need help and then not feeling bad for asking for it and getting help is a really good thing. It's really important. So the second card I pulled was from Cat's Eye Tarot, and it's the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands, as a lot of people like to say, is your ship's coming in. I call it making progress in your passions and your desires. And maybe you're making progress in your career, but it's moving forward. It's, having some patience to that. Even if you're not where you want to be today, there's movement happening. It's going to happen, and you just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep focusing on your goals. And it's a good idea to do like a vision board, just, for each month. So you can kind of tackle this, tackle that, and write it in list of a priority that you'd like to get things done. I've done that a lot, and it's really helpful. So I hope you can use that as a tool to help you. And the third card here, again from Healing Grief Oracle, and here's the card. And the message on here, I believe, is very healing. Forgive those who have hurt you. In order to heal, today I will remember that they were wounded by another. Now, that's not condoning any of the abuse, but it's realizing that the abusers were also abused by somebody. I'm sure in some cases more than one. I know for me, the monster had gone into like a boys' home in the 50s, because my grandma and my grandfather couldn't handle him and his behavior. He was really out of control. So he went to a boys' home, and I'm pretty sure that's where he got abused. So I've, like I mentioned in my other video, I have forgiven him inside my heart, but that doesn't mean that I have to see him. Doesn't mean I have to talk to him on the phone. He is out of my life, and for that, that's what I'm doing for my self-care, to take care of myself. And like I said, there's many other ways to heal. You can write a letter to the abuser and just read it to yourself out loud, read it to a friend, read it to a counselor, a pastor, anybody in your community, a friend who will listen, and just get out the frustrations. Just write the letter, and even you can just burn it. I wouldn't recommend giving it to the abuser, although I did, and then I got a shitty letter back. So that didn't help anything, but I got it out. So I ended up reading the letter and then just burning it in a campfire, and that was great, and it felt good, and it was a form of release, so I didn't have to have that stuff with me anymore, those nasty memories, or any of all these horrible things that he said to me, and is a form of release. And I was able to pray about it before I burned it, and it's like I just felt so much better after that. So if that's a tool that you can use to help you, then I definitely encourage you to do that. And maybe you'll write a letter to the abuser, or if you have more than one abuser, and then just write a letter and then share it with other survivors. That would be wonderful. And even you don't have to show your face if you're gonna be anonymous if you want, but there's no shame in it, so it's okay to show your face. It's your own preference, whatever makes you feel better, whatever stage of healing that you're at, and it's all good and it's okay. So I encourage you to heal in whatever way you feel and see fit for yourself. I would definitely get advice from a professional, a psychologist, anybody that will listen to you is better than not talking about it at all. Like, we're only as sick as our secrets, right? So I hope that what I've said here has helped you, and I hope me being open and honest about the abuse that happened to me is helpful to you, and to give you inspiration and courage and hope that you can do it too, because it's like it's just energy, pent up energy, and once you get that energy out, maybe it's exercising, maybe it's running on the beach, maybe it's going for a hike, maybe it's whitewater rafting, or anything, like you're bowling, or anything that you like to do. Just it's a way to get it out of your body and exercise and get moving, and of course have fun, and then it doesn't just sit in your body, and that's really helpful. And I used to go to the gym and use the sauna and just talk with people in there and sweat it out, so whatever you're into, whatever your physical release is, emotionally, mentally, and physically, we all need to release. So it's healthy, it's good for you, and write a letter about it. It doesn't have to be long. Just sit there and pick through and really get honest with yourself and dig down in your heart and get that stuff out. Even you can call the 888, the suicide hotline, if you're feeling that way. I did. I have no shame. I felt that way. I was treated like crap for a long time, and it led me to find partners to be with that treated me like crap too. And then I realized, like I said, when I was about 22, that I needed help, and I went and got help. And then the people I started hanging around were a lot healthier. The decisions I made were better. The people that I surrounded myself around, or that I would allow into my space, I set boundaries. I took better care of myself, and I'm happier for it, and I'm still doing that. And I also watched the company that I had around me because of my children. I wanted them to be around healthy people as well, people that had the same goal in mind of healing, of being nice to each other, of, I like to do this thing, like I think about what I say before I say it. And I ask myself, is it nice? Is it necessary? And if it's not nice, I think of a way to reframe it, rephrase it. And then if it's necessary and I have to say it, then at least you say what you mean what you say, and say it nicely. And that's really something that I've learned that has helped me a lot, because then I don't feel guilty. I don't feel bad for speaking my mind, because I said it as nicely as I could. Let's say you have to set a boundary with somebody. You say that as nice as you can. Is it nice? Is it necessary? You ask yourself, and then say what you mean what you say, and say it nicely. And then there's no reason to feel bad about it. Just don't hold it inside. That's like some of the best advice that I can ever give, is don't hold it inside. Don't let anger fester inside of you. There's always ways to get it out. And there's healthy ways to get it out. Punch a pillow if you have to. A cushion, any of that. All right, so I'm over 11 minutes now. I hope you've all enjoyed this talk. And this is Michelle signing off from Butterfly Survivors Tribe. I'll see you next video. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.